Michelle Chrissy, alongside me, still processing a shocking night of draft moves. With Jackson Dart now in New York as a Giant and Travis Hunter landing with the Jaguars, the headlines from last night are already making waves. We must also give a well-deserved nod to Cam Ward, who went first overall, marking a historic moment. Good morning, everyone. The major surprise? Shedeur Sanders still remains on the board. Many of us anticipated a quiet night in terms of quarterbacks, especially with the under on quarterbacks drafted in the first round set at 2.5. But while we were proven right with only 2 quarterbacks selected, the real curveball came with the Giants' decision to trade up for Jackson Dart instead of taking Sanders. Now, all eyes are on day 2, wondering where Sanders will land. Cleveland is in an advantageous position to pick him, but based on all the rumors and reports leading up to last night, it seemed that the Giants had done their homework on all quarterbacks, especially Sanders. We were all expecting Shedeur to be the pick if the Giants moved up for a quarterback. Now, the focus shifts to the second day of the draft, and the anticipation of where he will go is palpable. Meanwhile, fireworks erupted early with a trade that many of you predicted, involving Jacksonville and Cleveland for the number 2 pick. Congratulations to those who saw it coming. The dots were connecting. Over the past 72 hours, it was clear that Jacksonville was looking to move up, and Cleveland and New York were fielding calls, signaling that major trades were in play. The Jaguars' strategy was clear. They wanted one of the blue-chip prospects, and what better fit than Travis Hunter? Hailing from just 300 miles away from Jacksonville, Hunter is more than just a local star. He's a once-in-a-generation athlete capable of changing the course of the game. Jacksonville filled 2 immediate needs with this pick, bolstering their secondary and adding another playmaker to their offense. Pairing him with last year's first-round pick, Brian Thomas Jr., Hunter will be expected to shine on both sides of the ball. And let's not forget the pre-draft buzz surrounding him. With both coordinators from Jacksonville already making their intentions clear, Hunter will have the freedom to play his natural game, starring in the secondary and as a receiver. For the Jaguars, the decision to go after Travis Hunter reflects a bold vision. It's rare to get a player of his caliber, one who can shift the very fabric of the sport. The coaching staff and front office were all in on Hunter, and it's clear why. This is a player who could redefine Jacksonville's identity and set the tone for this new era under the current management team. The trade made by the Jaguars wasn't just about landing a generational talent like Hunter. It's also a statement. By aggressively moving up to select him, Jacksonville is embracing a philosophy of immediate impact and long-term success. The coaching staff clearly believes in his potential, which has been cultivated under the mentorship of Deion Sanders at Jackson State University. Hunter's decision to attend Jackson State, a historically black college, showed his commitment to developing himself and staying grounded, even when bigger programs may have been an option. His experience, his work ethic, and his natural abilities made him a perfect fit for a franchise looking to make waves. For the Cleveland Browns, the trade to move down and collect a bounty of picks, number 5 overall, number 36, a 4th-rounder, and a future first-round pick, is one of the best trade hauls we've seen in recent drafts. Their decision to bypass a generational talent like Hunter and instead fortify their defense with Mason Graham from Michigan was a strategic one. Cleveland needs help in the trenches, particularly in their defensive front, and Graham offers the kind of size and strength they need to improve their defensive line. Despite the appeal of adding a player like Hunter or another splash pick, Cleveland is focusing on building depth and addressing more immediate needs. Yet, even with such a robust haul, the Browns face questions. Did they make the right decision passing on Hunter? The trade was undoubtedly successful in terms of assets, but as the draft unfolded, some were left questioning whether they should have aimed for a star offensive player, such as Ashton Gentry, who many thought would be a perfect fit to inject some dynamism into their offense. Cleveland's lack of a true offensive identity was exposed last season, and some analysts believed that adding a playmaker like Gentry could have balanced their roster. Meanwhile, Jackson's decision to take Hunter represents a culture change, not just an on-field adjustment. He brings an infectious energy that will surely resonate with Jacksonville fans, who have been craving a player who embodies both skill and charisma. His dancing, his smile, and his natural charisma are only a small part of what makes him an intriguing pick. On the field, his athleticism speaks for itself. It's rare to find a player who checks so many boxes: elite physical tools, versatility, high football IQ, and a track record of success. For Jacksonville, this is a player who could be the face of the franchise. In the grand scheme of things, both the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars walked away from a night with key pieces that could define the direction of their respective teams. Cleveland, with their stockpile of picks, now has the flexibility to continue building their future. Jacksonville, on the other hand, took a calculated risk by trading up for a player who could turn out to be one of the most impactful athletes in the league. Regardless of which side you're on, it's clear that the draft was full of intrigue, surprises, and a series of decisions that will shape the landscape of the NFL for years to come. The drama didn't stop there. As the night wore on, the conversation inevitably turned back to Shedeur Sanders, who is still waiting for his name to be called. It's a curious situation. With so much talent on display, one has to wonder what's in store for him as we approach the next phase of the draft. Will the Browns make a move? Could the Giants circle back to Sanders? The possibilities are endless. But one thing is for sure, this draft is far from over.